Hi, good morning. I'm out here on the planer. We are changing our orifices out. Our agronomist wants us to run 13 gallons an acre out of the planer instead of 20 and come back later when we dribble on and put a little bit more on to help the plant a little bit later in the stage. 13 gallons to help it get out and get going in the early stage, but we want a little bit more in the later stage. So here is I'm taking this one out and I'm putting this one in. They go right in here. Just drop down in the 2x2 system. I've already done that side of the planter. I'm actually going to do half the planter, test it at my mile per hour, go on there and do a test and come back here and watch it all run out and just see what the difference is. So yeah, that's what the goal is. So when I get ready to test her, I'll show you what's going on. It is Saturday. Steve from Deere was just here. We got the new lines on. Filled it back up with hydraulic fluid. Ran everything. Ran good. No leaks. And the air dump valve. We put a new air dump valve on it because the other one had rusted off. So she is ready to go. So hopefully she will start being busy. It's really windy today. We've had tons of rain, but the last 2 days, have been windy, so hopefully it starts drying things up before it rains again. Maybe we can get in the fields and spray a little bit of fertilizer and try to do some spraying. I'm putting a light inside the bed at the top so you can see at nighttime how much product you have left. I got the cameras on there and they're supposed to be night vision cameras, but a little light will help it a little bit so you can see in there. If you want to get out of cab, you can turn it on and actually look down in there and see if you got any product left or how much is left, just in case you're not sure. Just trying to do a bunch of little odds and ends. And my buddy runs one, so he was kind of giving me ideas what he doesn't have, what I should put on it. So we're putting that on there. I switched some cameras around on the monitor. That way you're kind of seeing left, right on your backups, and then you got your spinners and your inside the bed. So doing that, just checking her over one last thing. She is hopefully ready. Everything, like I said, we didn't have much to do it. I didn't really have to paint it and prime and Line-X the frame, but that was something I wanted to do for longevity of the machine. I did get this grease tape and I put that on every single fitting, as you can see. And they told me you didn't have to put a tie strap around it, but I did notice you can squeeze it together and it kind of sits there, but I did notice when I took it down and got it, when we went through and calibrated the machine, when I got back, I looked and some of it looked like it was a little loose. So I went ahead and put a tie strap around each one of them just to hold it on, just for when I pressure wash too, that it doesn't blow it off. I thought that would be a better idea. So I put a tie strap on each one of them so it holds it, and plus it compresses a little bit tighter to the fitting. So that's supposed to prevent corrosion. That stuff does, and it looks like it does. But that's really nice. What else? She's been serviced, greased, chain's been oiled. So yeah, she's ready to go. I did put a blower in the side door so I can blow it off after every farm. Try to keep the fertilizer from corroding anything. Steve, while he was here, he showed me up underneath of her some spots that fertilizer actually gets in that I didn't even see. And he was just trying to, that's what I like about him. He goes above and beyond what he's supposed to do. So he kind of like took me up in there and showed me some things where I need to blow. And sure enough, there was some stuff up in there, dirt and stuff. So I'm going to blow all that out, but that way I can keep it blown out. Just, stuff like that to make the longevity of these things, because trust me, it does not from what I've seen, other used ones that are only like 2020s, 2021s, and this is a 2021. It was crazy how much better shape this was. And whoever was running it, I think, took the time to keep it blown off or tried to do the best they could. But it shows you the people that don't care to do it. I mean, oh my God, you want to talk about a rust bucket from front to back. The walkways are rust. I mean, just stuff falling off of it. I mean, it's just rusted through, and I'm only talking about a couple-year-old machines. So if you're going to buy one, you really need to do your homework and look the whole thing over. It's crazy how, if you don't take care of it, or at least try to, how bad that it actually gets on these things. Of course, every farmer knows what fertilizer do, but man, you just got to take that extra 5 minutes when you get done and just blow it off. You know, it's just, I don't know. I mean, this is mine. That's what I'm going to do. You know, if it takes me 5-10 extra minutes a day and I'm tired, I'm still going to suffer through it and blow it off. You know, it's just, I'm not letting her get bad as what I've seen. I mean, whew. And they still want $200,000-$300,000 for those machines that are just completely ate up. So I don't know, but anyway, hopefully she gets to work. So it's a Saturday. I'm going to come up here and build a little box for my light switches inside. I just painted. I'm going to let that dry. So today's Saturday, so I'll be up here in the morning and I'll show you that. Have them on separate switches. I'll show you that tomorrow. So anybody, have a good one. Morning. It is a Sunday. I'm going to get her done today. Pull the little light switch panel to turn the individual lights on off that I want. Build a little box, put in the corner. And this thing right here just goes in. Because I couldn't find anywhere in the cab, I was going to cut out a little square so that would go in there, slide in. But I couldn't find anywhere that I wanted to cut. I didn't want to really do that to the inside. So this way right here, this can be separate. And I can wire everything up underneath of it. And then if I ever sell it, I can just unplug the wires and take it out. So that's what it'll look like. You just flick them on. It's got 2 HDMIs for your cell phone, so that's nice. So, painted it nice and black. I'm gonna probably tuck it beside the seat or behind the seat, something like that. And it's gonna run my under lights, the bed light, and then inside the cab lights. So I can have them on separate from the headlights and running work lights. So hopefully she starts working tomorrow. Well, that's what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and button all this stuff up, get it done. I'm gonna blow the radiator out. Not that it needs it, but while I got the hood up and everything, I'm gonna go ahead and blow that out. Blow out underneath where Steve showed me to kind of keep an eye on. And then she is ready to go. Hopefully she's ready. It's already been calibrated, ran fertilizer to her, so we can have some dry weather, she can be put to work. But without dry weather, ain't nobody working. I mean, we've had wind the last 2 days, so the field, the water is kind of going down, but the ground is just so saturated. I didn't really show you guys the planter once I got done with it yesterday, changing all the orifices. We weren't really happy with, we were going to try to drop down to like 13-15 gallons to the acre. So they gave me different orifices to put in there. And I just wasn't happy with the pressure that was coming off them on my test. It just seemed a little weak. So we're just going to stick with the 20. I put the other ones back in there. She does way better on pressure. Even though we changed the orifices to what they said to do it for my speed and the size hole that was in the orifice and all that, it just didn't seem like she wanted to hold the good pressure like I want. So I put the old ones back in, ran it at 20, runs perfect, the pressure I want to see and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 20 out of it like we did last year. And our corn crop last year was so good coming up with it that we don't really want to change anything. And then we might just cut back on our second pass, or third pass, I guess, when we come back with drop nozzles and dribble. So, but you know, it worked so good last year. Everything works perfect the way we had it set. We don't really want to change anything. So that's what we're going to do. But everything is ready to go. We might try to get some spraying done if the spreader doesn't work tomorrow. Then I'm probably going to be spraying some ground because we do got some fields we think we can get on. And try to get some of that done. Start getting some burn down going. So that's the plan. I did get the box and the sprayer. I put it behind the seat so it's hidden. And I'll show you that in a little while. I'll show you the box I installed. I put it behind the seat because I didn't really want anything sitting out front. See, I like it. I was thinking about putting it over there, but I like that clean. Plus, eventually I want to get one of them Lakota corner trays and the bar that goes across to put a radio and everything on. So I didn't want anything over in that area, but I got it all so the key, when the key's on and off. So here's the box. And when you hit number 1, you look, turns your bed light on, and then I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It turns. I guess I'll take you down here. I wanted it. Well, let me turn the bed light on too. Maybe it won't be too light. On my tractor, I got everything set up with the headlights. I don't like that. I like all my green lights on a separate switch. That way, if I just want to run them, I can, instead of having the headlights on. But that's when I first started doing it. So, but I got it all set up on the switches, so I can just turn them on if I want, and then inside the bed, so when it gets lower light, instead of having a white light in there, the green light's a little bit easier on your eyes, and for the camera shining in there, you'll be able to see 100 times better in the bed. Plus it just looks cool. So I think it looks pretty cool. And I like that everything's on separate switches, so I don't have to run the headlights with them. And I did change my cameras around. Derek gave me a good idea about putting my cameras so you can see how it lights up the bed a lot better. I had this one here and this one over here, and it was like right side, but it was really left side, so I switched them up so you can see the back. And they're not, it's because it's darker back there, that's why they're showing black and white. So there you go. So now you get the true sense of right side, left side, bed, spinners. So makes me very happy. So I like that. Plus it's, like I said, it keeps the cab clean here. And honestly, and I'm sure every other farmer does it too, they won't admit it, but really behind the seat, all you really do is just throw junk or crap back there. So that was a good spot for it to prevent that type of stuff. So I'm probably gonna go get some water, a tank of water, because I got the sprayer full now without the chemical, but I got it full of water. So I'm probably gonna go take and get another tank of water. That way, if we can spray tomorrow, I'll be 2 tanks up. That'll be 2,000 gallons. And got the seed tender, got it washed, ready to go. Inside clean, everything checked over on it. I do have a tire that's slack. I got that blue stuff, I forget what it's called, but One Lonely Farmer turned me on to it. I'm going to put that in it and then move it, pull it with a forklift around the yard, get it to turn and go in there, because we can't find anything wrong with it, but for some reason it just keeps going slack while it sits over the year, the winter. So I'm gonna put that in that, and she should be good to go. Hopefully, I think they're calling for a couple days of rain next week. It's just a chance, I think 40%, but I think there's one day where there's a better chance. Man, if we didn't get that rain next week, we could really get some stuff sprayed and get some of the early burn down stuff worked over and maybe plant. But that rain is going to really hurt everything right here. So we're going to definitely try to get some ground sprayed tomorrow. Some spots might be a little wet. I'm gonna have to go a little light, try to spray some of the heavy load off on some of the higher ground sand hills before I get in the bottoms. But you almost gotta start doing it. So I don't know, but that's the thing. So like, subscribe, share. I appreciate everybody watching, and it's getting ready to get busy, so you'll definitely be getting ready to see a lot more stuff. There ain't a lot going on, just working on the spreader, but she is done. Everything is fixed. We're ready to go. See you later.